Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Gulshad and I am facilitator at Rehan School Islamabad campus. So viewers, today I talk with ChatGPT. So let's get start. Assalamualaikum ChatGPT.
हाँ, बिल्कुल सही बात है। अगर आपको ज़्यादा सुविधाएँ चाहिए तो प्रीमियम सब्सक्रिप्शन जैसे
Assalamualaikum
कि
ChatGPT.
चैटजीपीटी
How are you?
Wa alaikum assalam. I'm doing really well, thank you. How about you? Let me know if there's anything you'd like
I
to
am
talk about or if
fine.
you need any help.
I am fine. Thank you. So today
I'm
my
really glad.
first question is that what does less is more mean to you personally?
That's a great question. For me personally, less is more is really about focusing on what truly matters, paring down distractions, simplifying, and really appreciating the essentials. It kind of makes space for clarity and creativity. What about you?
Okay, so my next question is that how can having fewer possessing improve your mental clarity?
Yeah, exactly. So when you have fewer things, whether that's possessions, commitments, or even digital distractions, it really reduces mental clutter. And that clarity helps you focus better, stay present, and feel more intentional in your decisions. So it really can be powerful.
Okay, nice. So my next question is
Yeah,
that why do
exactly.
people often believe that more equal better?
That's a really good point. I think a lot of it is just a cultural thing. We're often taught that having more or being busy equals success, but over time we realize that it's the focus, not the quantity, that really makes a difference.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, how can simplifying your life increase happiness?
Yeah, that's a great one. I think when we simplify, we reduce decision fatigue and we make more room for the things that really bring us joy, whether that's time with loved ones, creative pursuits, or just having peace of mind. So it kind of clears the path to happiness.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that how does gratitude grow when you focus on less?
Ah, that's a really interesting idea. I think when we focus on less, we stop taking things for granted. We really tune in to what we do have, and that awareness just naturally boosts gratitude.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, why
Of
is it
course.
hard to reach from a material things?
Yeah, that's a really common struggle. I think it's hard because we're often tied to comfort or familiarity, and there's a sort of emotional weight that things carry. Letting go of stuff means facing some uncertainty and learning to value what's really important.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that how can less comparison lead to more self confidence?
Yeah, that's a powerful one. When you compare yourself less, you stop seeking external validation so much. Instead, you focus on your own progress, and that builds trust in yourself. So you kind of become your own steady source of confidence.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that from you, how can reducing clutter improve your daily routine?
Yeah, that's a really nice connection. When we reduce clutter, we simplify our environment, and that just makes it easier to stay organized and focused. So your daily routines become more efficient, and you have more mental space for what's important.
Okay, so my next question is that what daily habit can help you live with less?
Oh, that's a really good one. I think one daily habit could be a short decluttering ritual. Like each day you pick one small area to tidy or let go of something. Over time, that really builds a habit of minimalism and keeps things in balance.
Okay, so my next question is that how does owning fewer clothes simplify your life?
Yeah, that's a great example. When you have fewer clothes, it's easier to get ready each day, and you kind of eliminate that decision fatigue of what should I wear. So you keep only the pieces you love and that work well, which just makes life smoother.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that can eating simplified meals improve your health?
Absolutely. When you simplify your meals, you often focus on whole, nutritious foods, and you cut out a lot of processed extras that can stabilize your energy, improve digestion, and just help you feel better overall.
Okay, so my next question is that how can limiting screening time create more free time?
Yeah, that's a big one. When you limit your screen time, you free up hours that would have been spent scrolling or multitasking, and that creates space for hobbies, rest, or just being present. So it really opens up your time in a meaningful way.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that what happens when you reduce unnecessary commitments?
Yeah, so when you reduce unnecessary commitments, you create more time and mental energy for the things that truly align with your values. So you feel less overwhelmed, more present, and ultimately more in control of your life.
Okay, so my next question is that how can less multitasking lead to better results?
Yeah, that's a really big one. When you focus on fewer tasks at once, you give each one more attention and quality. So instead of splitting your energy, you get deeper focus, and that usually means better outcomes and less burnout.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that how does simplifying your schedule improve focus?
Yeah, so when you simplify your schedule, you reduce the number of competing demands on your attention. That means each task or meeting gets the focus it needs, and you have this clearer mental space to really concentrate, which makes you more effective.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that what role does discipline play in a living with less?
Yeah, discipline is huge. It helps you stay consistent with your choices. So even when it's tempting to accumulate more or fill your time, discipline keeps you on track and helps you protect that simpler, more meaningful life.
Okay, so my next question is that how can less spending lead to more savings?
Yeah, exactly. When you spend less on unnecessary things, you naturally put more money aside. Over time, those small savings add up, giving you a financial cushion and more freedom down the line.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that how can focusing on favor task improve performance?
Yeah, that's a great point. When you focus on fewer tasks, you give each one more attention and depth. That means you can work more efficiently, go deeper into each task, and produce higher quality results because you're not constantly switching gears.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that how can reducing distractions boost productivity?
Yeah, definitely. When you reduce distractions, you stay in that deep focus zone, so you get more done in less time. And because you're not constantly being pulled away, you stay motivated and your output is just more consistent and higher quality.
Okay, so my next question is that what is the impact of saying no more often?
Yeah, that's really powerful. When you say no more often, you protect your time and your energy. That means you can say yes to the things that really matter, which ultimately supports your well being and your goals.
Okay, so my next question is that how can favor goals lead to greater success?
Yeah, that's really interesting. When you focus on fewer goals, you can direct all your energy and effort toward them. You build expertise, momentum, and a clearer path, which often leads to bigger breakthroughs and success in those areas.
Okay, so my next question is that how does minimalism
Sure, go ahead and ask.
improve decision making?
Ah, got it. So when you simplify, you reduce the number of choices and distractions. That clarity makes it easier to decide quickly, confidently, and with less stress.
Okay, so my next question is that can less
Of
pressure
course.
lead to more creativity?
Yeah, absolutely. When you have fewer constraints, like less stuff, less clutter, your mind isn't so crowded, so you have more mental space to explore new ideas, experiment, and be creative.
Okay, so my next question is that how does simplifying your workspace affect efficiency?
Yeah, so when you simplify your workflow, you reduce unnecessary steps, you remove bottlenecks, and you create a clearer process. That makes it easier to get things done faster with fewer mistakes and more consistency.
Okay, so my next question is that why is quality more important than quantity in work?
That's a great point. When the quality is high, each piece of work has more impact and meaning. It's not just about how much you produce, but how valuable and clear each contribution is.
Okay, nice. So my next question is
I'm
that
glad.
how can favor meeting increase productivity?
Yeah, that's a great question. When you have fewer meetings, the ones you do have tend to be more purposeful and focused. That means you get more uninterrupted work time and you can dive deeper into your tasks, which really boosts productivity.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that how can favor but a deeper relationship improve your life?
Yeah, that's really powerful. When you invest in fewer but deeper relationships, you get more trust, support, and understanding. Those meaningful connections can really enrich your life, give you a sense of belonging, and help you navigate challenges more easily.
Okay, so my next question is that why is quality time more valuable than quantity time?
Yeah, exactly. Quality time really means being fully present and engaged. So even if it's less time, it's richer. You create deeper connections, shared understanding, and those moments often stick with you much more.
Okay, nice answer. So my next question is that how can less social media lead to stronger connections?
Yeah, that's a really great point. When you spend less time on social media, you're more intentional with your interactions. You invest in real conversations, and that depth often creates stronger, more authentic relationships.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that how does
Of course.
emotional simplicity reduce stress?
Yeah, so emotional simplicity is really about letting go of complicated emotional entanglements. When you're clear about your feelings and you don't overcomplicate them, you reduce inner conflict, and that naturally eases stress and gives you more peace of mind.
Okay, so my next question is that how can less expectation lead to more satisfaction?
Yeah, that's a really interesting one. When you have fewer expectations, you're less attached to specific outcomes. So you stay open to what actually happens, and that makes you appreciate things more, just as they are.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that can leading go to toxic relationship bring more peace?
Yeah, absolutely. When you reduce or remove toxic relationships, you free up emotional space and energy. That means you have more room for positive connections, and overall, you just feel lighter and more at peace.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that why is honest communication more powerful than frequent communication?
Yeah, that's a great point. Honest communication, even if it happens less often, builds trust and clarity. It cuts through confusion and it creates a deeper, more meaningful connection rather than just constant buzz.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that what happens when you focus on meaningful connection only?
Yeah, so when you focus only on meaningful connections, you really invest in people who add real value to your life. Those relationships tend to be more supportive, fulfilling, and they give you a sense of belonging that just really sustains you.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that how can less judgment lead to more understanding?
Yeah, that's really key. When you have fewer judgments, you pause and you listen more openly. That space lets you see things from another person's perspective, which naturally deepens understanding and empathy.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that why does less noise lead to more inner peace?
Yeah, that's a great insight. When there's less external noise, you don't have constant stimulation pulling at you. So your mind can quiet down, you tune into yourself, and that creates a sense of calm and inner peace.
Okay, so my next question is that how can simplifying your goals clarify your life direction?
Yeah, exactly. When you simplify your goals, you cut out the noise and the ambiguity. You know exactly what you're aiming for, and that focus helps you align your daily actions with what truly matters to you.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that what can you learn from living with less?
Yeah, that's a great question. You can learn to be more intentional, to value what you have, and to really focus on experiences over possessions. It often teaches you what's truly meaningful in life.
Okay, so my next question is that how can reducing negativity improve your mindset?
Yeah, that's really powerful. When you reduce negativity, you clear out that mental clutter and you create space for more optimism and gratitude. Over time, that shift in focus really strengthens your overall mindset and resilience.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that how can simplicity help you discover your true self?
Yeah, that's a really beautiful idea. When you strip away the distractions and the excess, you get closer to your core values, your passions, and what truly matters to you. So you kind of reconnect with who you really are beneath all the noise.
Okay, so my next question is that what role does mindfulness play in a less is more?
Yeah, that's a really key piece. Mindfulness lets you fully experience the present moment, so you notice what you really need and what brings value. By being mindful, you stop chasing more and instead you can appreciate what you have, which is really at the heart of less is more.
Okay, nice. So my next question is that what areas of your life need simplification right now?
Yeah, that's a really personal reflection. For me, I think it might be my daily schedule and maybe some digital clutter, like cutting down on notifications or unnecessary commitments. What about you?
Okay, nice. So my next question is that how does letting go create space for new opportunities?
Yeah, that's really important. When you let go of what's no longer serving you, whether it's stuff, habits, or even relationships, you open up this mental and physical space. And that space allows new possibilities, fresh ideas, and opportunities to come in.
Okay, so my next question is that what are the benefits of living with
Yeah,
intentional limits?
exactly. Living with intentional minimalism means you choose what matters most and let go of the rest. The benefits are really powerful: more clarity, less stress, financial freedom, and a deeper sense of purpose.
Okay, nice to meet you, ChatGPT. So everyone, this was ChatGPT. So Allah Hafiz, Pakistan, Zindabad.
I'm really glad we got